Can you imagine in 2025 if Charlotte was in Foz Live and said handcuffs, and Foz said with the seductive face, child, the OG, the new Englot fans would be like, oh, the OG Englot fans would be like, boo, deceased. Oh, look at this. We starting with Englot. Okay, so I want to start this series with Englot. And also, real quick, I'm going to give you, there's a new series I want to start with Fayoko too. I'll tell you about real quick. But I want to start this new series with Englot where there's so many new Englot fans now, like that have come within the last year or so. And they're like still, not, they don't take nothing away from their fanship. Like they're still super diehard. But there's a lot of new Englot fans. And so there are some classic moments that we talk about in the lives, we talk about on Twitter, we talk about on TikTok. When we talk about these moments, these people have no idea what we're talking about. So what I want to do is I want to start going back and reacting to classic Englot moments, right? And if you've been Dang or Shing Shing, basically been around since 2022, early 2022 or late 2022, then you know what the classic moments are. We quote them, we know them, everybody knows them, right? Yeah, Highway Turtle 2 is OG, exactly. So I'm gonna be calling these classic Englot moments. That's gonna be this series. We're gonna be doing. So we're gonna start with this one because this is one of my particular favorites. And this was when Englot, specifically Ingfa, was at the height of her like pursuit for Charlotte. And she was drinking. This particular live also makes it even more spicy. Is the fact that Peachy was Peachy was sitting next to her. And if you are a new Englot fan, don't worry. As we go down memory lane, you will be introduced to Peachy. But to give you a real quick blurb of who Peachy is, when Fa and Charlotte competed in Miss Grand Thailand, right? Fa won the Miss Grand Thailand. Charlotte won fifth runner up, right? Then Fa goes on to participate in Miss Grand International, right? And that's where all the countries come together, right? Participate and everything like that. Peachy was representing Cambodia. She was one of the queens that met Fa. Her and Fa hit it off. They had great chemistry. People started to ship them. Peachy started to ship them. Charlotte started to feel some type of way. So much so that she brought sour mangoes all the way from Bangkok to Indonesia type shit. And then, blah blah blah. Long story short, Peachy became like a thorn in the Englot fandom side for a very long time, because it was like a rival ship. It was like Englot and then Ingpitch. Now Ingpitch had nowhere near as many supporters as Englot, but there was still a rival ship, and they still was making enough noise to irritate the Englot fandom. So, what makes this so funny is that Peachy is literally sitting right next to Fa as all of this is happening. Okay? So, literally, I'm going to get into this moment. And then real quick, I want to tell you real quick about Fayoko. About the Fayoko moments, what I'm going to be doing is, now that we know what we know about Fayoko, about them having feelings for each other, possibly even being in a full-blown relationship at some point in time, and even maybe still, we're going to go back and we're going to watch some of these lives that I never got around to watching, because there's a lot of Fayoko lives that I never got around to watching. I just was watch clips and different things of that nature, but I wouldn't watch like just like highlights of the full live and everything like that. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go back and do that, and we're gonna basically just we're going to all react to Fayoko, knowing what we know now. So that's what it's gonna be called. That series is gonna be called Fayoko. If you know, you know. Okay, so that's gonna be us going down memory lane, but now knowing what we know, see how things hit different. Anyway, is Peachy still rumored to be with Isabella? Child, please. That was all for the sake of the promotion. That wasn't real. Are you serious? Child, bye. Anyway, so let's get into this moment here. This is November 15th, 2022. Ingfa's live is Char watching Handcuffs. You'll get why it's titled that. Let's get into it. Let me know if the video is too loud or if it's too soft, okay guys? Is the video too low, too soft? Is it too loud? It's good. Sound is fine. It's good. All right, cool. Thank you. All right, so if you want to know what's happening right now, Fi's on a boat, right? The Miss Grand International girls are on a boat. This was after the tournament. They're all on a boat and they're just all like kicking it and everything. And, you know, fans, it's like a party boat. And so fans are coming up to Fi, right? And, you know, because they're in Bangkok, fans are coming up to Fi and they're like introducing themselves and like wanting to take pictures and everything like that. And she's just sitting there lit, drinking her wine and everything like that. And so then Charlotte slides into her live, basically, okay? Shout out to all my mods, by the way. Appreciate you guys. So basically Charlotte slides into Fi's live and she starts out by saying Fanja, which is, it was like lyrics of song Fanja, which equals hey my darling, okay? So yeah, so she basically slid in that joint like hey big head. She slid in there like hey big head. This was at the height of Sia Berm era too. You see everybody coming over taking pictures. And so it's like, is Char watching? See, now, somebody, she was like, is Char watching? Because the fans kept mentioning that Charlotte was in the live. And so she's sitting there like fans coming up to her trying to take pictures. Fi's up in that joke like, wait, but is Charlotte in the live though? So she too busy worried about is Charlotte in the live, the fans in the back trying to take pictures. But I will say this, y'all. I know as fans, when you see people like this out and about, as a fan, you just thinking as a fan, right? But never forget that these are human beings. And I know you may feel like, oh, this is my one chance, my one opportunity to say something and get a picture and everything like that, you know, and prove to other people, because that's really all it's for. I mean, you know the memory is true. So when you take those pictures and everything like that, it's not just it's not just a memento. It's also bragging rights. It's also so you can be able to put that out there and say that you saw them. Bro, like, try to read the room. She was clearly sitting down at a table to herself with her drink on live. The most I would do would be like, hey, hi, how are you doing? Fine. And I would take a video of her and like away from her. You know what I'm saying? But like with her in the background showing me. If you want to do it like that, just show yourself. You know what I mean? But don't do this right here. Sometimes can be very intrusive unless the artist asks you to come over or invites you over. This shit right here where people just they see one person do it and then they just start trickling and the next you know it's a whole line. At one point you'll see at some point she's gonna have to just be like, yo, I'm done, like stop. I'm just trying to enjoy my night. So look, Charlotte goes, just stop by to tease Sia. And that's why Sia Berm, like I said, this was at the height of the Sia Berm era. If you're new to Englot and you don't know who Sia Berm is, Fi has about 4 or 5 different personalities, bro, which all Aquariuses do. And we literally named them just like she did. I name all mine too. And her, one of her alter egos is like a rich old man. It's like a rich old man and just be like, you know what I'm saying, tricking, you know, it ain't tricking if you got it type shit. Literally. And normally Sia Berm comes out when she gets super drunk. When she gets super drunk, her wallet pops open, and so do the girls who's around her. But anyway, Charlotte's a huge fan of Sia, if you can imagine, because she gets a lot of money and a lot of flirting out of Sia. That's what made Charlotte fall in love with the drunk Fi. So whenever people are like, I wonder why Charlotte always want Fi to drink, that's why. Anyway, Charlotte jumps into the lobby. She goes, stop by to tease Sia. It's not off. And for the record, I know some of you guys are like, why she keep explaining? Why is she explaining everything? Because, like I said, I'm going down this memory lane for the new Englot fans. So if you are familiar with everything I'm saying, just ignore it. Fast forward. Wait till something else come up. But this is for the new Englot fans. So, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, Sia Burn. Just stop by to tell you, Sia, it's not often that Sia will appear. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Charlotte loves Sia. She said it ain't often Sia will appear. Charlotte, if I read in the comments. You see that lip bite? That's when she realized that Charlotte was actually in her live. That lip bite right there. That lip bite was when she realized. Right there. And you see, like, I don't know. She went full Aquarius mode. I promise you that she could hear that chick yelling behind her. How do I know? Because we can hear them. If I was like, man, she's like, I ain't turning around, dog. I'm done taking pictures. You see that next frame? Gone. Gone. You see how she started acting? Now look. As soon as she realized that Charlotte was up in that joint, all of a sudden she biting lips and telling me something. Full Sia Burn. Full Sia Burn. And waiting for Sia to be drunk. Bro, this is why, and again, if you're new to Englot, we call Charlotte Outie with no breaks. Reason being is because this was like infant Englot, like for real. Well, this wasn't infant Englot because infant Englot is like April 2022. This was like toddler not walking Englot. This was toddler not walking Englot, okay? And Charlotte was this turn from jump, like from the very, very beginning. From the very beginning. She was like this, waiting for Sia to be drunk. Why would you want Sia to be drunk? Because that's when she can take advantage of her. Like I said. She never had breaks. Okay? Never had breaks. The Audi with no brakes, bro. And then the Audi was her car that she got. It was her dream car. And then she told me something. She said, yes. Told me some, hey, darling, back. Look at her. Look at her. Look how she started acting. And then Charlotte came in and said, Charlotte came in and said, Sia is drinking wine, thinking about the day that I had to carry her. Now, if you want to know what she's talking about, this is after the Madam Finn live. Another classic Englot moment that, don't worry, we will get into that. And when we get into that live, you guys are going to realize why Englot, old school OG Englot fans always refer to that Madam Finn live as like our favorite live. Like it's a classic it goes up in like a trophy box type shit on the wall. They were live. National television. Fa got stupid, pissy, I can't stand up on my own drunk. After winning the crown. This was after she had the crown. Got just lit. Okay? It was Charlotte, Fa, and Heidi. Super lit. She blacked out that night. And she was all over Charlotte. And Charlotte basically had to carry her to her hotel room. So this is what she said. So when she says Sia is drinking wine and she says, I'm thinking about the day that I had to carry her, that's what she's referring to in this moment. Yeah. Bro, look at these people. Like, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, leave her alone, dog. See? You can look at her. I can promise you, her Aquarius meter, social meter is depleted. She is on fumes right now. Somebody finna catch some attitude, dog. Like, okay. See, she ain't even hardly smiling for the pictures no more, dog. Look at her. The little bottom jaw jutting out. She's irritated as fuck right now, bro. Y'all gotta learn how to read your artists. You claim to be a fan. You can't tell when a person is being irritated, bro. Stop being selfish. Anyway, Charlotte trying to make light of the moment. Probably because she can sense Fa's irritation through the screen. She was just like too hot to handle. Everybody rolling up on her. And also because she's extremely jealous and crazy. She's a possessive cat. Look, Fa ain't even smiling. She like, yo. Charlotte said, if I were you, I would get up and dance. Charlotte tell me something. If I were you, I would get up and dance. I think that's when Fa was like, tell them to stop coming over here, bro. Like, put a rope up or something. And this before she was like super popular. Now she wouldn't even dare. And then Charlotte told me something. Show your sweet moves. Hold on, let me let the whole thing play out. Let me let it play out. So Charlotte said, first Charlotte goes, if I was you, I would stand up and dance. I would get up and dance. And then she goes, come on, let me see those sweet moves. And Fa goes, not only the moves, it's not, the moves aren't, basically she said the moves ain't the only sweet thing. Not only the moves are sweet. Bro, she would never do this now. That's so terrible. It's so unfortunate that y'all didn't get to see her when she was like this, y'all. Now, but y'all don't understand what we've been through and why we geek out. Because first of all, we have moments like this. Like, we remember having moments like this. But y'all, Fa would never flirt with Charlotte like this. Not like this. Not like this. Not like this, bro. Not like this. They flirt differently now. It's weird. I don't know. It's more like divorced parents who still love each other and are probably gonna end up married again type shit. That's how they flirt. You know how it is when your parents been divorced, but you can tell they both still love each other, and ain't neither one of them found nobody. They keep finding bodies but nobody. Y'all know how it is. That wine had her talking reckless, boy. That wine had Shorty talking reckless. Charlotte Thompson, I'm dancing now. Not trying to put an image in her head. If I said it again. If I said it again, okay, my sex is at 100. Okay, fine, we get it. Charlotte said, look, I'm dancing now. Charlotte already onto a whole other subject. If I tell me some yeah, so like I said, she said you ain't gonna acknowledge what I said. Other things are also sweet, damn it. She said, look, I said. Who that behind her? She fine. See, these are all the queens from all the different countries. Wait, oh, be careful. Okay, thank you. Excuse me. Charlotte finna go full. Charlotte finna put the gas on now. Charlotte seeing all these chicks sliding by, these beautiful women sliding by, kissing all up on Fa's cheeks. Watch Charlotte finna go full force now, y'all. Look, Sorman is not here. She'll appear when she's with Sia only. So listen. So Sorman, right? Sorman is Charlotte's equivalent drunk alter ego to Fa's drunk alter ego, Sia burn. No, no. You heard exactly what I said. You heard exactly what I said. So not only are they Englot, but they're also Sia sore or burn mom. Burn mom. Okay? They're also Sia sore, which is they have a ship inside they ship. They have the drunk ship. The drunk ship. Okay? So yeah. So Sorman, when she says Sorman is not here, she'll appear when she's with Sia only. Basically saying that the drunk version that Fa gets, only Fa gets. So, she can't get lit without Fa being there. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. The drunk ship, right? I told you. Charlotte saw all the women coming around. Now she's landing on thick. Tell me something. Do you have someone to carry you yet for tonight? Do I need to be on standby? I'll warm up my arm muscles for carrying. See, Charlotte going hard now. Charlotte going hard now. Kunje is near my hand already, so she basically said I got the Charlotte said, I got the keys in my hand, bro. What you want me to do? Do you want me to come or not? You said you missed them like this. I know, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This was peak Englot, y'all. The end of 2022 and the beginning of 2023 when they was filming. Honestly, all the way up until the end of 2022, all the way up until July of 2023 was great. Like November, really kind of like Decemberish. But like, yeah, November, as you can see, November 15th, November to like July, November 22 to July 23 was really, really good. Really, that was like peak Englot. Everything up to that was like the foreplay and then the aftermath. And I don't know what right now. I feel like we in some kind of weird purgatory. It's not heaven, it's not hell. It's just it is what it is. She was like, I got the keys in my hand. And then Fa came back and said, and then Fa said, oh, is that the key to the room or the key to the car? Charlotte said, yo, I got the key in my hand. And Fa said, is that the key to the room or the key to the car? Bruh. It seems like you need to be carried, dragged, and patted on. Crotch lock attack me out. The Audi with no brakes says, it seems like you need to be carried, dragged, and patted on the back. Shorty gave the whole scenario. She said, let me tell you what I can do for you. You know what I'm saying? That's an advertisement. That's an advertisement. And if I tell me something, come on, dog. The way they used to openly flirt, bro. And then Charlotte said, bottoms up, start. Charlotte was like, you see, Charlotte wants her to get drunk. My glass is already refilled. Right. That's probably her third, right? That's probably her third glass. So Charlotte says, bottoms up, start drinking. And then she proceeds to say handcuffs, dog. She just randomly I need to know. See, I know Charlotte's a freak because how did Shorty get from A to B? What about bottoms up made her think handcuffs? Because Shorty was like handcuffs. Just handcuffs. Just handcuffs. Straight like that, just handcuff. And then Charlotte says, we'll get arrested by the police because of drunk driving. What are you guys thinking about? Good cover, because I'm still trying to figure out how you made, what? Like you went from encouraging her to randomly saying handcuff to then talking about why she shouldn't drink and drive. I don't even think Charlotte knew what she was doing in this moment. She just knew she wanted to keep talking about. And all 4 saw was handcuffs. All 5 freaky ass saw was handcuffs. Can you imagine in 2025 if Charlotte was in Fa's live and said handcuffs, and Fa said with the seductive face, child? The OG, the new Englot fans would be like, oh. The OG Englot fans would be like, boo. Deceased. Deceased. Flatline, bitch. Because where and why would y'all do that to us? Because you know you ain't going to be able to maintain it. Bastards. That's the problem. Always luring us in, knowing good and damn well y'all ain't going to be able to keep it up. We didn't know that back then. We thought, oh, this is only going to get better. We had no idea. Need to dance to this song. She just trying to get Fa to dance. She nasty. We will be on the ground, right? Dancing until getting tired, but you say you like a calm person, so I don't know anymore. Charlotte was just going off in them comments, bruh. I'm gonna tell you like this. This is what I'm gonna say. And this is only my opinion, and this is just the shipper in me spinning this real quick. I think that there was a twofold reason as to why Charlotte was in this live. One, yeah, she was flirting with Fa. She got to flirt and interact with Fa. But also, as long as Fa knew Charlotte was in that live, she knew that Fa would be reluctant to end it, and therefore she would be able to see exactly what Fa was doing. Chess, not checkers. Chess, not checkers. That's just my opinion, because I know how sneaky Sagittarius can be. I know how strategic Sagittarius can be. I know how cunning and manipulative Sagittarius can be. And I'm just saying, she could keep an eye on Fa. You feel me? She could keep an eye on Fa as long as she kept following that live. So I think that's why because it seems like she was, because, you know, she was like rambling. She was talking a lot all of a sudden. And it was like, yeah, well, the reason why she's talking a lot is she keeping them comments going. Because she knows as long as she's typing in those comments, Fa's focus is going to be in the comment section. Again, that's just my opinion. And then P Dad, who is Fa's older sister, is in the chat. She in the live, and she talking about there are two sisters that when they're drunk, they'll lean on each other so often. She's not talking about her and Fa, who are actually sisters. She's talking about the other sister, the sister, Charlotte. I'm talking about when they drunk, they lean on each other. And then Charlotte gonna come in there talking about some Heidi and Tina for sure. I'm not trying to throw Heina under the bus. Ain't nobody talking about Heidi and Tina, girl. You know good and damn well that P Dad ain't in Fa's live talking about Heidi and Tina. She talking about the both of y'all. Talking about the both of y'all. Come on, bottoms up. Look, now her still trying to get Fa to drink. She putting all kinds of emojis up in that mark. I know that's right. What the fuck was that? Was that a shrimp? Why was it so big? That was a prawn. That was gargantuan. Was that really just like a colossal shrimp or something? Oh, there go Fa's. Look, that. So they started playing 5 songs. Y'all know when she be doing the wheelchair dance? Is that what we call it? Because I'm sorry, I don't want to call it that. I don't feel right. You know what you gotta do is stand up for. You already know you ain't gonna be able to not do it. She's so goddamn fine, bro. I remember the first time I saw her do that, don't it? She ain't doing nothing. She ain't doing nothing. There is nothing. Listen to me. Listen to me, y'all. A whole country, and then a whole bunch of countries outside of that country made that dance famous. Listen to me. We gonna have a, come here, shut up, shh, shut up. Finger to your lip, finger to your lip, shut up, yes. We gonna have a real moment. She ain't doing nothing special. She's not doing it. And it takes like 2% effort. And be making that face. But because it's 5, and because it's 5, we sitting there looking like, well, that's the greatest choreography I've ever seen in my life. It's like, honestly, I think she would rival Michael Jackson if he was still alive. You know? Give credit what credit is due. Child. Because I'm she's not doing anything. She's just sitting there going like this, and we be like, what? Eyes popping out her heads. Look. Oh, she done stood up and did it now. Boom. You know who else dances like that? The old ladies at church. Like, they also dance like that. And yet, they're not 5. They are not 5. They are not Ing-Fa without her. Ing-Fa, I told y'all, Ing-Fa to me is like Rihanna. You know how like Rihanna could really put anything on and it's just, it is what it is. Like, it's going to be fashion. Like, she looks good no matter what type shit. Like, even when she don't look good, she look good type shit. That's Fa to me. When it comes to just everything that she does. It's like, no matter what Fa does, we gonna be like, I like it. I'm with it. It's cool. I think she cool with it. I think she nice with it. She not doing nothing, bro. This dance is mad basic, but it's like, whole country you wanna see her do it. Whole country be like, do your dance, Fa. She the definition of the kid that be like, your parents be like, show your my aunties and uncles your little dance. That's her little dance. The definition of show me your little dance. I'm going to dance. I know you are. JD said, I wonder if Fa still calls her when she's drunk. Well, as of last December, well, we know that she did as of the end of last year, because that's when they was making them jokes about her calling. What do you do when you get drunk? And Charlotte was like, call me. So, you know, I mean, they were still making them jokes at the end of last year. So, I mean, and it was at the beginning of this year that they told us that they was hanging out more frequently than we knew. They just wasn't recording it or you know, putting it on social media. So, I mean, you do the math. 2 + 2 = orange. And then, you know what I'm saying? When it's Englot, 2 + 2 = orange. Yeah, get some of that water up in you, so you get some more of that wine up in you. I'm looking at you from the Ferris wheel behind. Charlotte's creepy. Bro, I remember saying this when Charlotte really started like going after Fa like hard. Charlotte. Y'all remember on Tiny Toons? What was her name? Was it Elmira or whatever? The one that would be like, you know, she like, I feel like Charlotte. Charlotte was really intense. Like she was like wild when she first like started really liking Fa. Like, why would you say I'm looking at you from behind on the Ferris wheel? That's not attractive. That's stalkerish. That's make me call the police on you type shit. Like, why would you? Charlotte got a hold of Fa and said, I'm never letting go. The definition of Mariah Carey's song, Always Be My Baby, Englot. That's pretty much it. She said, I'm going to dance now. Bro, she be guzzling wine. She drink. No, never mind. Let me shut up. Anyway. Yeah, man. So that's pretty much the end of that one. So I hope that you guys really, really, really enjoy these classic moments. I hope that the OG fandom also enjoys these classic moments because I think we get a good. I think it feels good to walk down memory lane. You know what I'm saying? Just to see how far they've come, where they are now versus where they were, how they started. You know what's different, what's the same, all those things. But anyway, I think the next one we're gonna do is what was I saying earlier? Madam Finn. So the next classic Englot moment I'm gonna react to. It's not gonna be in this live. I gotta move on. But I'm saying the next time I do the next a classic Englot moment is gonna be the Madam Finn joint. All right. So the Madam Finn one is gonna be next. But the Handcuff live was definitely a classic, and I'm glad I started with this one because this one shows you kind of like the height of how Fa openly would flirt with Charlotte, how they would openly just flirt in general.